She wants his path to his brother endorsed me.
That's right.
And his whole family. I saw the picture. And honestly, it was a very nice looking family. But his brother endorsed me and the whole family endorsed me. I said, who are all the people?
Let me play Kamala.
There's something weird with that guy. He's a weird guy. JD is not weird. He's a solid rock. I happen to be a very solid rock. We're not weird. We're other things perhaps, but we're not weird.
Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. Today, I've got something that is totally embarrassing to the Kamala Harris-Walz campaign. You are not going to believe this. Before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, watch the video to the end. Now let's get into it. So it came across some hours ago that Walz's family, they now endorse Trump. Really? Check this out. Now, isn't that something? The whole family, that was a lot of people standing there. And his brother, Jeff Walz, publicly, well, he hasn't done it publicly, let me not misspeak, but he may publicly endorse Trump. So that was just a photo. But what will his brother actually do? What will he actually say? And well, he did say that his brother, Tim Walz, should not be making decisions about America's future. Yeah, the man's family. Now, that's a blow in the gut. Yes, it is. That's a blow for your whole family to endorse your opponent. That's saying a lot. All right, so here we have a post saying that the entire family of Tim Walz, Kamala Harris' running mate, just endorsed Trump 2024 in family photo. Jeff Walz called brother Tim dangerous and not the type of character you want making decisions for your future. This is the photo right here. Look at this. Wow, look at, that's a lot of people. 8 people standing there. It says Trump in the background. It says Walz's for Trump. What other juicy little tidbits could the brother give? Yes. Wow. Look at all these posts. It's just gone viral. Well, Warriors, when your own family won't support you, you know, what can you do? You know, they have some dirt and, you know, hey, we trying to get Trump back. So I'm here for it. I'm just being honest. Whatever is legitimately the situation going on with Tim Walz, we need to know, right? He doesn't need to be making decisions for us according to his sibling, Jeff. Yeah, that's a lot to say about your sibling.
She wants his path to his brother endorsed me.
That's right.
And his whole family. I saw the picture. And honestly, it was a very nice looking family. But his brother endorsed me, and the whole family endorsed me. I said, "Who are all the people?"
Let me play
Let me tell
Kamala.
you, there's something weird with that guy. He's a weird guy. JD is not weird. He's a solid rock. I happen to be a very solid rock. We're not weird. We're other things, perhaps, but we're not weird.
She wants a path to
his
citizenship.
brother.
Yes, I agree. I don't think Trump and Vance are weird at all. But you got all this weird stuff with Tim Walz. His own family won't support him. Trump said, "We may be some other things, but we are not weird." And that's the truth. Let's take a further look at this Sean Hannity interview.
Heard Kamala Harris, our country's failed border czar, talking about her commitment. You need the courage to never say the word radical Islamic terrorism or illegal alien. President Trump is back with us. What is your reaction to that? Because who attacked us on 9/11 and who's crossing our border?
So she wants to be politically correct, and we can't be politically correct anymore. Look, we have October 7th. People saw it. We have things going on in the world right now with Israel and with the Middle East is blowing up. It's blowing up. We have Ukraine and Russia. That would never happen. That would have never happened. October 7th would have never happened. If I were the president, it would have never happened, and everybody knew it. Iran was broke. They didn't have the money for Hamas and for Hezbollah. They didn't have the money for anybody. They wanted to get by. And we would have made a fair deal with them. I was only looking to make a fair deal with them. But, you know, I wanted to say it so much during my term. We went 4 years without any blow-ups. 50 years, there's never been anything like it. These people are so bad. They're so dangerous. What they've done to our country is they're destroying our country, and we can't let this happen. If they won, you'd have not 20 million, you have 100 million people. You won't have Social Security, you won't have Medicare, you won't have anything already. If you take a look at the numbers, they're filling up and loading up Social Security, Medicare with illegal immigrants that have come into our country, many of them from jails and many of them from very bad places. And we're not going to destroy our country, Sean.
So here, of course, is Sean Hannity at the Harrisburg, Pennsylvania town hall. It was packed out. Donald Trump is giving an interview. This, of course, is Fox News. And he's talking about Trump is talking about the Harris-Biden open borders agenda. There's an agenda behind it, as we can be sure. If we let Harris-Walz into the White House, it will really be up to what Donald Trump said, more than tens of millions. It will be upwards of 100 million, according to his estimate, because there would be no more Social Security at that point. These people are coming from dangerous places. I mean, how long are we going to sit back and go, oh, everybody is just trying to escape oppression from their own country? Oh, yeah. That's not true. Some of them are, but some aren't. So we need to know the difference between the two. We need to know, okay, who's safe and who's not. And what's wrong with vetting people? There's a reason why, and it's because of votes. You know they're going to get those people all nice and comfortable in their nice hotel, give them money for a house. They're not even giving Americans all that. No. And then they're going to say, you keep getting this if you vote the right way. You keep getting all of this, but you know what the other guy is going to do. And so various states are now pushing back, saying, and Georgia is one of them. I was happy to see it. I live in Georgia. I just heard Brad Raffensperger, who is the Secretary of State. Now, I am no fan of his. I think he did wrong, and that's all I'm going to say, him and the governor. But they are passing laws where only people who are citizens can vote. That's what came out, and I was happy to hear it. But we got to remember to look around us and not let the TV dictate to us this kind of warped truth.
I'm going to play Kamala Harris and the comments that she has made about the border. because I think this is important. I want to play her in her own words about this. You're right. We have people, almost 11 million plus. We don't know how many gotaways there are. We have hundreds of known terrorists that have entered the country. We don't know what countries they've come from. We're allowing people in. They've come in from Iran, Syria, Egypt, Afghanistan, China, tens and tens of thousands, Russia, Venezuela. I don't think they're coming here because they want a better life, as maybe some other people are. And we know nothing about them. We haven't vetted them. I scroll the names often on this show of people that have been murdered, people that have been raped, people victims of violent crime. And this is all happening by unvetted Harris Biden illegal immigrants. What is your, well, I can play your tape. I'll play that maybe after your answer, but what is your reaction to you've spoken to some of the families of loved ones.
I said at the beginning, I said, I heard they were going to have open borders. They want open borders. She wants open borders. Now she's all of a sudden saying, oh, I think we'll close the borders. She was the border czar, whether you like it or not. But even if you don't want to use that term, she was in charge of the border. It's the worst border in the history of the world, not just here. There's never been a country that allowed 21 million people to come in over a 3-year period. There's never been. And 21 million people, many of whom are from prisons, many of whom are murderers and drug dealers and child traffickers. And by the way, women traffickers. You know, women trafficking is the biggest, and they're traffickers in women. And they're coming in now, and they're putting them in our Social Security accounts, and they're putting them in our Medicare. And just one thing, if you take a look over the last week, I said this was going to happen, and it's happening, because these people are tougher than our criminals. Our criminals are nice people by comparison. That's the only good thing. We're showing how nice our criminals are. They came from 22 people recently came from the Congo in Africa. Where do you come from? Prison. What did you do? We refuse to say. We're letting everybody in. We're letting everybody in. Take a look at Aurora in Colorado, where Venezuelans are taking over the whole town. They're taking over buildings, the whole town. And the sheriff, who can blame them? I mean, they have AK-47s. You saw it the other day. They're knocking down doors and occupying apartments of people. The people are petrified, and it's getting worse and worse. You look at New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and now you look at all over the place. You take a look at Iowa, Idaho, places that never had the problem. They're pouring in. 21 million people, that's bigger than New York. And we have to stop it. And we have to do the largest deportation in the history.
Ooh, yes, he brought up Aurora, Colorado. I just did video on that. These Venezuelan gangs have been taking over buildings, taking over the town, dragging people out of their homes. And I did that. I'm going to link it at the end of this video. You need to watch it, because what's happening is just the truth. The truth sometimes is not politically correct. A lot of times it isn't. Donald Trump is not politically correct. He doesn't use this smooth talking, oil salesman pitch and all of that. He just lets it be what it is. He says there's women trafficking is the highest, which it is. There's other types of trafficking, and we should not want that. Why would we vote for that? Anybody in their right mind should not vote for that. And some people are going to say, well, he's a felon. He's got 34 counts. Now, those things were bogus. You mean to tell me someone is a felon for paying their lawyer, getting their lawyer to pay someone and writing and having it written down by his bookkeeper as a legal expense? That's a felon? That's literally why they call him a felon. Literally why. There were 34 instances of that legal expense written down in a ledger. And that's where they got the 34 counts from. And they want to call him a felon for that. People have been called a felon. People haven't been called a felon for a lot worse than that. That's nothing. And Donald Trump, for all his faults and flaws, he wants to protect the country. He wants what's best for us. He wants to put us first. All the Medicare and Social Security bill will be wiped out because we're America last is the agenda that Harris-Walz have. They have an America last agenda. Trump, Vance have an America first agenda. We live in America. Our country the legal citizens, including legal immigrants, should be first before the illegals. That just makes common sense. And so we see what's going down. We see what's happening. And don't forget, Tim Walz's family endorsed Trump. Now I want his brother to come out and give us something juicy to put on the channel. I don't mean to sound gossipy, but I want to know his exact reasoning why he said what he said about his brother not being the kind of person you should want to make decisions. Give me some exacts. We already know some things, how he let the Minneapolis city burn down. But thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for your support. I made it to over 50,000 subscribers. Also, check out my video on the deed fraud and squatting expert where it says I stole a house. Go ahead and check that out. Like, comment, and share. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America. And as I always say, march on, warriors.